Hi, this is Larry Hatch with the New Ornamental Society, and I want to start our new series of plant buyer's guides called Where to Buy Mail Order African Violets. I've grown violets as a hobby for more than 30 years, and have grown several hundred cultivars. I usually average about 215, 220, whatever the space will bear. And I want to start with a legendary firm, which is known as Lyon Greenhouses in New York. They were established in 1954 by Lyndon Lyon himself, the legendary breeder, and now carry on his work with Paul Serrano, who's a modern genius in violets. They have wonderful breakthrough plants, new colors of flowers never seen before, combinations of colors, fantasies, so on. Big, huge flowers, real breakthroughs on every front. I got a plant from them this year, flowers 2.5 inches across consistently. Nothing like you'll ever see in a store in most garden centers. They have unusual tints, pinks, true yellows, even some close to orange, fantasies, beautiful variegations, complex combinations of all of these, and the so-called chimeras. The second firm I'd like to talk about is called the Violet Barn. They're also in New York, upstate New York, and they're known primarily for the breeding of Rob, so-called Rob series. The original miniatures, some of the best miniature violets on the planet. Many of them are variegated. They're simply breathtaking little perfect miniature plants. Symmetrical, always perfect. I can grow 20 of them in a lasagna pan under a light. Perfect little plants. His wife produces the larger hybrids called Ma series. And these come in very unusual colors. Again, strong variegations, frilled petals, new combinations. All original plants, fairly priced, perfectly meticulously packed, and they also grow the best cultivars of other breeders, so you can have a very well-rounded order, not just a specific order. The next company I'd like to recommend is Bloom Lovers. They got a number of different outlets. Bloomlovers.com is an immense catalog from this Canadian grower. Hundreds of images. It's really a reference website. Even if you don't grow violets, it tells you the state of the art. They also have an eBid site, which I recommend. Just search for Bloom Lovers. And they also have an eBay site if you're into those kind of big fees. But I recommend the eBid and the bloomlovers.com. She has her own varieties like Bloom Lovers Prince, Bloom Lovers Spirit, really choice varieties, and a great source. Another place I like is called the Violet Showcase, violetshowcase.com. They have a somewhat more limited selection, but they're very choice, very carefully selected plants, a reliable firm, and they grow some hard to find things that other people just don't get into. Also highly recommended is the Violet Gallery, violetgallery.com. They have leaves only, so you can save a little bit of money with them, and they have an outstanding collection. A true reference website with photographs of very rare cultivars, from the very old ones, the heirlooms, to the modern cultivars. They have, I don't know, something like 40 different wasp cultivars, rare species and clones. They're a must-stop if you want to develop a very rich collection. The next company is the Bluebird Nursery of Apex, North Carolina. They have a wonderful selection of really diverse, really wonderful cultivars. Some things rare, some things great and common, a lot of good miniatures, just some offbeat stuff occasionally, always something very interesting. And most importantly, they have some great grower supplies, useful, portable things, so you can always pick up a few extra tools and pots and soil and wicks and that kind of thing. A really good, solid firm, been in business many years, recommend. The next firm I wanted to recommend is a place called the Velvet Leaf, thevelvetleaf.com. This is a firm that mostly has leaves, and they're priced from just $1.50, so it's a great way to get an affordable collection started. They have some real treasures not seen elsewhere. Not everybody goes to that site, but it's a good place to start. I want to put a little plug in for a project I started several years ago. I wanted to create a free African violet database for anybody and everybody. Of course, there are several really good ones out there that are very comprehensive. We have about 23,000 different violets, Fortunately, you can't buy most of those. A lot of them are extinct. It's good for taxonomists, which I am one, but I wanted just a database of stuff you can buy in the trade and a link to click on it and buy it. So we created this database called Poly. It's available in an XLS format, which is Microsoft Excel. That means you can import it to any major database or spreadsheet in the world. Runs on a phone, a Droid, iPhone, iPad, BlackBerry, any device. More than 300 devices support the XLS format or import to it. And you can search these 2,000 violets on your device. It's 100% free, no charge at all. You can click on some source links. You can sort and find cultivars by flower color, pattern of the color, doubleness, leaf color, leaf shape, leaf style, even the originator, the name. And it's a wonderful thing to get you into a hobby. You can add your own data fields, columns to it. So you can create trading lists, collection lists, even a small catalog if you want to offer some plants. And it's only available from Cultivar.com. Again, it's 100% free, so if you don't like it, you've lost nothing. We just invite you to try it as a way to build your hobby with violets. Our next catalog we want to recommend is a place called Cedar Creek Violets. They have many new and rare cultivars in all sizes of plants, both leaves and plants. They have their own hybrids from the Kentucky series, and just a spectacular range of cultivars. You just always find something there that you want, and it's a wonderful place to do business with. Our next source is concerning eBay stores. eBay has come into a lot of question lately because of their high seller fees. I got out of eBay after I realized one day I paid 11 different fees on one order. Relisting fees, title fees, feature fees, you name it, early listing fees. It just got to be too much. And when I was buying violets from other people, I'd find out I was paying $12 to $18 for a plant that probably should have got to my house for under $10, maybe under $8. There's a couple stores there I really like if you want to go the eBay route. One is Jack's Violets. It's Jack's-Violets. Spectacular descriptions, great service. Also recommended is the Blooming Jungle. That's BLOOMIN, Jungle. Bloom Lovers has a nice site there, but again, you can get their plants from eBid and bloomlovers.com without those crazy eBay store fees. I'm a real big fan also of a place called davesviolets.com. They have a very select, specialized list, but it's very elite, very refined list of cultivars, always worth looking at. You can get plants as low as $4 currently. Can't beat that. They have the best of many, many growers, including their own Ozark series. They have a lot of other Gesneriads, so you can put together a really spectacular order that covers a lot of different material. Fancy Bloomers, which is fancy-bloomers.com, has both plants and leaves. They have a very stunning array of plants, a lot of rare chimeras, and I counted the other day 58 different miniatures. It's a great store for miniature collectors. They have some nice Russian material also, and again, it's just a really nice place to shop at. I also like Joe's Violets. They have a very immense selection of rare new cultivars, lots of stuff not seen elsewhere. It's one of those sites where you have to fill in an order, mail it in, but because everything's online, it's worth the effort, and you'll just find stuff there that nobody else has, and I always find myself wanting something, especially the miniatures. Next, I want to recommend BuckeyeViolets.com, which is a site from the legendary Pat Hancock, breeder of Buckeye Violets. A lot of people don't know the Hancocks have the site here. A lot of original clones. These are huge show varieties. Some of the most stunning, big variegated violets on the planet. Wavy foliage, dark centers, dark green centers so that the margins just pop. Colorful frilled flowers. They're all show quality, amazing plants. You can't get a better, more classy variegated violet than with the Buckeye series. They also have some in the Bluegrass series and a lot of the Jolly miniatures from Pittman. And that's about all I have. If you have some other sources you'd like to recommend, we want you to let us know and we'll list them in the future.